All right, next up then, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Going to see Tottenham versus Luton. Paddy, starting with you here. Tottenham, when I was looking at their form and stuff, I've noticed that there's been 40 goals in Tottenham's last 10 games. So they've been scoring and conceding a lot of goals, maybe somewhat reminiscent of Bielsa's Leeds, maybe. Yeah, so like they're a team as well that can when like you touched on at the start there, when they're hot, they're red hot, but when their form dips a little bit, like teams can get at them. We've seen Fulham last weekend batter them 3-0. But this is a game on paper. Obviously, games aren't won on paper, but this is a game, Tottenham will probably looking to win and win well, just in that hunt for top four. They're 3 points off Villa in the race for top four. So yeah, this is definitely a game they're going to pencil in as a win.
Bielsa ball equals Ange ball. It's probably the most exciting football that you'll actually see all season. And that pains me to say that there as an Arsenal fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just don't know what you're going to get from a Tottenham game. You're either going to get 3-0, 4-3. It's just absolutely mental. Yeah, like it's going to be hard for Luton to keep up with Tottenham and the new White Hart Lane Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. If it was the other way around and Tottenham had to go to Luton, it would be a far closer game. Especially whenever Son, Madison, and Richarlison are on form. It'll be hard to see past Spurs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Rob, like talk about form. Like Luton have only got 2 away wins all season. They're winless in their last 6 games as well. Like I said, only for Nottingham Forest got that 4 point deduction. They will be in relegation. They're 1 point above it. They need to start picking up points if they do want to stay in the league. But I just don't think this is going to be the game to get them in. I'd love it. Don't get me wrong. I'd love them to see Tottenham drop points, but I don't see it.
Playing Spurs will always give it a chance. It's such a Spurs thing to do to start to bottle top four themselves by like losing to Fulham. But start off by absolutely hockeying Aston Villa 4-0 and then being hockeyed themselves a few days later by Fulham. So Luton, in terms of high scoring games, they tend to suit Luton more because they'll bag a few themselves.
Yeah,
they don't really get trashed too badly. Like if there's 6 goals, Luton have generally got 2 or 3 of them themselves. Like they've been beaten 5-1, but they've been beaten 4-2 a couple of times, a couple of 3-3s.
4-3 as well. Yeah.
Like there's been like high goals tend to suit them. Spurs' high line could suit them as well. But again, coming to White Hart Lane, it's not the be all end all kind of game for Luton. Like it's not a must win game. They still have about 15 more points than anyone thought they would have.
Yeah.
From the start of the season. They've only got 22, but they're still outside the relegation zone at the moment, so they'll take that.
Yeah.
Spurs just need to get the win, and Luton are dodgy team to play against. They're probably thankful it's at home as opposed to away because you don't want to be after going to Luton after being hockeyed 3-0 by Fulham.
Definitely.
So it's a tricky game. Spurs should pull out the bag, but in terms of form, I'm pretty sure I read last week as well. I can't remember the exact number, but Spurs have the highest amount of goals like in their matches this season. I think they're up in the 90 mark.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, not surprised. Yeah,
because
their
games,
10. Yeah, so on average,
their
4 goals
games
per game
are
in the last 10.
Their games are just chaos. Like so.
Yeah, because like they're not keeping clean sheets. Yes, they're
entertainment.
scoring, but they're not keeping clean sheets, which is obviously one of the most important things. Like, yeah, you can go. Like, I'd rather win 1-0 than 4-3 or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. It's defenses that win you titles at the end of the day. Like.
Yeah. Right, jumping predictions. So, Paddy.
I think it's going to be 3-0 Tottenham.
Rob?
I think 3-1 Tottenham.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 as well. I think Luton might snatch one. They're good at like set pieces and stuff, and Tottenham have been conceding goals as well. So, yeah, I think 3-1. We're going to go with 3-1 Tottenham.